All right. Today we're going to be reviewing Sven Väth, Accident in Paradise. That was initially released in 1992, and then it was re-released in 1993 with a few remixes. When it comes to trance music, this Frankfurt, Germany, is the birthplace of trance music. And then, of course, Detroit is the birth of, is where techno music was invented. And with that said, Detroit and Berlin are techno cities, or where a lot of groups that come from Berlin are very influenced by the techno genre. Likewise, with the Frankfurt beat, it's more of a trance. That's the birthplace of trance music, and just like Chicago is the birthplace of house music. Well, Sven Väth is a monumental producer from Frankfurt, Germany. He started DJing at his parents' pub when he was only 17 years old, and then a year later he he was asked to DJ and have a residency at Frankfurt's Dorian Gray, which was a early like trance dance music club that he played at. He also, before going out on his own and putting out albums on his own. By the way, this album, which was produced in 1992, it was, well, probably produced prior to 1992, but it was released in 1992. Accident in Paradise. Before that, he was part of OFF, or OFF, which is it's actually it's a abbreviation for let's see, what is it? OFF was Organization for Fun. Sorry, that was Organization for Fun. And with that group, he put out Electrica Salsa, which it was a real big hit in Europe, in Germany, and at the early age of 22, he was it propelled him into stardom, or into the public eye, with him doing singing the song Electrical Salsa. And let's see what else. Let's see, in the final single that they had was Move Your Body in 1990, and at this Dorian Gray, he met Michael Munzig and Anzelotti, two guys that, after Sven Väth moved on with his own career, and he put out his own album, this album, actually, the Accident in Paradise, and so the group he was with, OFF, Organization for Fun, broke off, and Munzig and Anzelotti moved on and with their new project, which was the beginning of Snap, World Power, and and then later on Rhythm as a Dancer, which was put out in '92. Anyways, back to Sven Väth. So he's been in the music business for 30 years. He went to Ibiza back in the 80s. He started in Barcelona, Spain, and then he got himself to the island of Ibiza, and to help him get from day to day, he sold flyers to the nightclubs on Ibiza in the 1980s. And while he was there, he decided he wanted to become a DJ, and he wanted to produce music. And when he came back to Germany in Frankfurt, his mom asked him if he would DJ for his for their family pub, and then of course he was asked later to have a residency at Dorian Gray in Frankfurt. And anyways, on to the album Accident in Paradise. It is one of the earliest examples of trance music, and it's truly amazing because it's trance, ambient, and techno. Those are the genres that revolve throughout the album. Ritual of Life, which starts off the album, and Caravan of Emotions, both over 10 minutes long. Ritual of Life is 13 minutes and 8 seconds long. Caravan of Emotions is 12 minutes and 28 seconds long. And then right after that, the beautiful song La Esperanza, which is 10 minutes long, 10 minutes and 25 seconds long. I've always heard La Esperanza as the single edit, which was only 3 minutes and 45 seconds long, which is on the reissue of the '93 album. But the initial, this debut initially came out in 1992, and without the single edit version of La Esperanza. And if you've never heard the 10-minute version of La Esperanza, I beg you, listen to it. You're gonna be taken away. It's just amazing. It's so beautiful. It's a beautiful song. There's a lot of acoustic minimalism, like bass drums and the harpsichord. Before they came out with the pianoforte or the piano, there was a prelude to the piano, and it's the harpsichord. Sorry, I can't pronounce it. So yeah, there's a lot of acoustic experimentation, including electronic music, and then An Accident in Paradise. Once again, that actual song, which is the name of the album, is 6 minutes long. And I mean, you can hear it on YouTube. There's other versions of Accident in Paradise that are shorter, more like 3 minutes long. But this 6 minute and 24-second version is top notch. It's the original version, and it's the best version in my opinion. Although I have to say, I also do like the 3 minute version. It's really good. Right after that, there's Drifting Like Whales in the Darkness, which is another 6-minute song. And that's a beautiful song. It's apparently, it's kind of an ambient styled song, although it's not so ambient that it's like Brian Eno and that one album that he put out in 1993, the orange one, where there's like beep, 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 beep. Anyway, you know what I mean when I say like Brian Eno. Like Brian Eno is great with ambient music, but there are some albums that are really minimal, and I when I mean minimal, they're the most minimalistic albums you can possibly imagine when it comes to Brian Eno. And one of those is the orange one. I can't think of the album right now, but he put it out in 1993. I actually have it, and I do listen to it in the car. But anyways, so it's what I'm trying to get at is that Drifting Like Whales in the Darkness is not like that album from Brian Eno from 1993, the orange one. If I can think of it, but what it's called. Well, anyways, so Drifting Like Whales in the Darkness, and it actually has sounds of whales, the whales, under the water. And it's very hypnotic, very cool, to say the least. And then the last song, Coda, which is a classical term to signify the ending of a song in a classical piece. At the end, it's usually a part of the song that they play that kind of like pulls everything together and ends the song. And it's usually less than a minute or just over a minute. In this case, it's 1 minute and 23 seconds long, Coda. And that one is really cool too. I think that's the one where they play the harpsichord. Sorry guys. Yeah. Anyways, the the prelude to a piano back in the Middle Ages. Anyways, the 93 reissue has 2 bonus tracks. It has La Esperanza, which is a 3-minute 45-second version of the initial 10-minute song, and by far the 10-minute version is the best version off the album. Ritual of Life, there's a tribal acid mix remixed by Ralph Hildenbudel, and that one's 8 minutes and 31 seconds, and that one is actually better. I like that remix of Ritual of Life. I also do like the Ritual of Life, the first song off the album, on the actual album, but they're good additions. It brings the CD or the album to 11 songs. So anyways, give it a try. Sven Väth has been in the music business for 30 years. He's put out 3 labels, music labels. He's put out. He was in charge of 2 nightclubs in Ibiza, the Cocoon, and then Dorian Gray, and then of course he also is putting out his own material, his own albums. let's see, what was it? Cocoon was a club in Frankfurt. This is after Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray was the genesis of trance music and just the vibe of this new dance music that was coming out, and apparently trance music, it came from Frankfurt, and so a lot of people call Sven Papa Sven, just as a affectionate nickname, because he's been around since the beginning. I mean, I could go on forever with his accolades, and he's been in the scene, and he's part of the scene still. And one interesting thing is that one of his daughters that was born in the 90s, is named Tiga, and Tiga is a dance producer from Canada, from Montreal, and Sven Väth and Tiga are good friends, and so when he had his daughter, he named him after Tiga, because they're anyways, that's another producer, a really good producer from Canada, Eastern Canada. So yeah, if you want to hear the inception of trance music, listen to this album, and just bow down, because you're listening to something that came out in 1992, and I mean, he's a visionary when it comes to the music, and he's beloved by many, and just check it out. This album is unique. There's two types of album covers. The one that came out in 1992, which is more subdued, but the one that came out in 1993 has like ballerina. There's a European version, or the one that came out in 92, which is kind of subdued. With the colors and all, but the one that came out in 93 has like ballerinas encircled by Sven Väth, and he's got this paint on his face, and it's kind of more dramatic. So yeah, what can I say other than he's the one that he was at the beginning when trance music was really popular in 93, 94. And of course there was this resurgence of trance music from 99 to the early 2000s here in the United States. But in Europe, in Germany, trance music was already popular way back in as you know, in 92, 93, 94, 95. So yeah, give this record a try, and you will not be disappointed. I can tell you, I was not disappointed. It's amazing. So as far as a rating for this album, An Accident in Paradise. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention. Well, let's get on with the rating. 9. I give his Accident in Paradise album a solid 9 out of 10. It is that good. All right. The first version, or the first time I heard "Accident in Paradise," the song, was from a mix mag from '95, and it was Moby. Moby did the first mix, and then Sven Väth did the second mix, which had he played a stripped down version of Accident in Paradise, which at the time I was like, I do like it, but the stripped down version is good too, but the album version is the best, in my opinion, and that's the 6-minute version. Anyways, so yeah, check it out, and I'm gonna be reviewing another album by Sven Väth, and I'll see you next time. Please subscribe and let me know what you think about this review. Also, if you want me to review any albums or an artist, let me know what album and what artist you want me to review, and I'll be glad to listen to it and let you know what I think. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.